Hey guys, hi, it's Kevin Toll Reeds here. I've stepped away from the crew, this wagon train gang or whatever you want to call it. Oh man, you want to talk about a list of characters? Let's run down the list, shall we? Austin from Outer World Media, the Peacekeeper. Where's the peacekeeping? All this guy cares about is coffee. It's all I hear him talk about. Faceless. Me and him are gonna go at it. You know, he thinks he's this protector or playboy. Hyde Reed, who's supposed to be our captain, he just twiddles his mustache all the time, just kind of soaks it all in. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I worked so dang hard to get up here because I was like the last one to start this whole thing. And then you got Cookie, James. He's supposed to be cooking something. And you know what he comes up with? Well, he comes up with hardly anything. Not entirely his fault, by the way, because Graz, who's supposed to be the grizzled trapper, he doesn't catch anything. And so James, our cook, has to cook ham and beans because that's what he had on him. And you know what? Graz cleared the campground last night. I mean, I woke up and thought there was a dead animal. And it was Graz. It's unbelievable. And then Ian, he's more worried about Graz's stomach than anything. I mean, being the medic. You know, it's crazy to me. And then I met Bing Lam. You know, he's this smart guy. You know, he's kind of keeping to himself, kind of taking everything in. So really can't blame him. And then there's a couple other players, Bad Taste Books. And then there's a girl. I don't even know what her handle is or how she goes by, but some lassie girl is a part of this gang now. And I don't know because Faceless won't give us her dang handle. So I'm going to have to read about it. And I'm telling you what. Faceless is going to be on some wanted poster sign on this ride. I guarantee you there's going to be a reward and we're going to be chased by a bunch of bounty hunters. This is nuts. I'll tell you what. Anyways, tonight, if Graz does what he did last night, we're all going to move camp and we're going to be downwind from him. Like there's no way. Like I ain't going through that again. But anyways, let's talk about Sackett's Land. Whew, great book. Great book. The first book in the Sackett series, 1974. This was published by Louis L'Amour. The setting is Cambridgeshire, England, in 1599. Crazy. But it all revolves around Barnabas Sackett, son of Ivo Sackett, who was a war hero that protected this earl in a war. And Barnabas wants to set out and kind of do his own thing, make a name for himself, uses his physicality and strength and his brains that he has from everything he learned from his father. And so he doesn't feel like he could start and do what he's capable of doing and becoming in terms of a great man in Cambridgeshire, England. And so he has his sights set on America. And specifically, he wants to go there and check out the game, the mountains, and everything else because he thinks he can make trade, capture furs, and do all that. But he needs some kind of financial backing to do that. And he stumbles, below and behold, he stumbles across some ancient Roman coins that he can parlay into catapulting his journey. And so what ends up happening is he does so and takes a trip across the channel, so to speak, and heads into Florida, where he encounters everything that he wished for and more. And so this book really is really well done. There is a plethora of characters, which is, at least from my take in reading Louis L'Amour, is not something you see every time, but there is a ton. Jubilant, Captain Tempe, Rupert Ginister, Corvino, Convey Hassling, Jeremy Ring, Sir Robert the Earl, Nick Bartle, Sackett, Refusco, Peter Tallis, Mag, and Abigail. All of these main kind of characters support Barnabas in some way or the other, or oppose him in some way or the other. And so it's very interesting. I really enjoyed the pace of this book. Like Austin says, and I agree with him on this point, not his peacekeeping, by the way, but on this point, I agree with Austin in the sense that this Louis L'Amour packs in more action and plot and drive and flow in his books in 180 pages than most writers can. There's no fluff. You just go from one thing to the other, and you're just driving through it. And so I really enjoyed that. I thought that it had a really good action. I thought it had a really good climax to this book. I thought it really set up for book 2. I really liked the love interest that is in this book. I really enjoyed the deep dive into Barnabas Sackett. I thought it was fantastic. I have really no dislikes in this book because it's just hard to dislike something like this. I'm really excited how this is going to set up for the rest of the series, to be honest with you. And I really, truly hope, and I think that this is going to be the case because I haven't looked ahead, but we're going to see not only a continuation of the story, but we're going to set up for future books, but we're also going to bring in the same group of characters in some fashion or the other, and they're going to help push the story even forward as we kind of go through the different centuries and make our way into the Wild Wild West time. So I'm excited. One quote that I really enjoyed on this was, "Each man owes a debt to his family, his country, and his species to leave sons and daughters who will lead, create, and inspire." And that was by Ivo Sackett. A really, really great man, and one that the Earl felt he had a right and an honor and an obligation to provide a way for Barnabas to further his cause. And I really like the Barnabas character. Not to get into any real spoilers here, but I really enjoyed Barnabas. I thought he was definitely definitely a character that I could really see doing a deep dive character study down the road, especially if I get a little more time with him in this fictional world, and I get a few more books under my belt in terms of the Sackett series. So that is my review. I better get back. I mean, I'll tell you what, these freaking it is quite a group of strays that Hyde and Reed put together here. I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Again, there's a few people I don't know. I don't know how to really start a conversation with them. I don't know what their address is. And so, but yeah, I'll keep you updated, but be on the lookout for me and Faceless. We're going to go at it. I can guarantee you that. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted with more results. Bye.